up, everybody? This is Joe from E.V.P.S Paranormal. This is going to be a little mini kind of a thing that I do from time to time to kind of explain things. So we've been asked several times several questions, so I figured I would start addressing them. One thing that we get asked a lot of, what is probing? Probing, as far as I'm aware of, no other group does. If they do, I apologize. I'm just not aware of any other group doing it. As far as I'm aware, we were the first ones to do it. What it is, well, let me back up a little bit. So we created it to kind of out of necessity, because years ago we were having trouble getting into people's homes and things like that. We were a new group, and we were having trouble finding places to investigate. So we started doing public outdoor places, which is where we kind of became a little specialized and known for, because our theory and our thought process for most of the group, if not all of the group, is if paranormal exists in this location, it's going to exist at all times of the day. It's going to exist, even when you've got all this noise going on and people running around, that kind of jazz. So we tried to, and it was very difficult when we first started. We had to learn how to get past all the noise. But we found some fantastic places that nobody talks about. For example, the Hughes School. The Hughes School is a plethora, for us anyway, of just of data and of happenings that we recorded, and E.V.P.S, and we've got pictures, we've got pretty much everything. Recently we've had our laser light move there. I mean, it's amazing. We had the necrophonic throw up some names that which was really odd, because we don't use the names that came up, and it kind of struck us because it was family names that just recently died. So that place we originally found from my daughter Diane. She suggested go there. So one of the first times that we went there, we did a little mini investigation. We had done several probes there. We had done several probes next door at Liberty School. And that's kind of how the probe stuff started. I kind of got the idea, like, well, okay, so maybe we can go to a different area and just kind of test, if you will, or do a light recording or something there, just to see if something exists there. See if some happening is able to be captured. So I started doing that a lot. If you look at our SoundCloud, it's full of raw files where I know it's kind of a mess. Alex is actually taking and cleaning all that stuff up, so thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. But for many, many years, we've had to operate as a one-man show, which is basically me. So my family has, gotten really involved, and they're helping me do a lot of things and revamping, and which is really nice. So I wanted to make sure I put that out there too, because I'm trying to give them credit for everything they're doing. I very much appreciate it. It makes this whole group just be what it is. Because before it was really just me, and that was kind of difficult. I'd throw in somebody every once in a while, but I had a mess with Facebook. I had a mess with the website. Hope is, redoing our website. Diane has gotten our Facebook. I now handle the social media side as far as Instagram, TikTok. Alex has taken over the SoundCloud, and he also does a lot of video editing for us. I help him with that, of course, and I just kind of pop in wherever we need to. We have my brother Gary, who is a very unique individual that likes to kind of explore and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to getting him out and getting him in his element, because he is, once you see what he can do and how he approaches things, it's kind of amazing. I really enjoy watching him too. So all that stuff is coming, by the way. So probing, we do a lot of this now, and like I said, when we first started it, it was just an idea. I thought that something could be here. Let's check it out. So What I typically do when I go to probe an area, or the group for that matter, when we go to probe an area, we'll take a cell phone, excuse me, or some sort of a recording device, whether it be E.V.P. whatever. We don't have to capture it on camera. I would prefer everybody to use a camera. That way everything's qualified and it's, you can see where we've got this and that, and it makes things a lot easier, especially when you're trying to run a video format. So that's what I typically do. And when I go to an area, I might research, lightly, or I might just, look around my surroundings and kind of come up with a few questions and just, let the audio run and see what comes of it. I might not listen to it immediately, or I might listen to it immediately. Depends on how busy I am. Sometimes I do this stuff when I'm at work and I stop at a place or whatever, and I might have a couple minutes to take a break, and there's different times that I do it. We've gotten some very, very interesting results, which is kind of what feeds how we investigate. Here recently, we've been doing some bigger investigations, which is really nice because there's a lot of places that we've all wanted to go for a really long time. So the idea of probing came along, again, out of necessity, and it has grown to something that I use a lot of before we go to a location. Especially if it's something local, I'll stop by, just kind of, throw out something. I might bring an EMF or something with me, but most of the time I don't. I just take my cell phone or, whatever I have on hand. It doesn't have to be anything special. Basically, it's a 5 to 10 minute session that you basically just kind of walk the area or whatever. Trying to give a good example. Say you were in a park. And there, let me paint the picture a little bit. There, you pull into a park, this parking lot. Ahead of you, you got like some picnic tables or whatever. Off to this side over here, you might have like an open field. Over here, you might have like swing sets or whatever. And there's people here, but they're on the swing sets. They're not over like towards the open field. Okay, so I would go either towards the picnic tables if they were unoccupied, and try that area first, and eventually I'm going to migrate over towards the field because it's more quiet and you can kind of get a better barometer of the area. And I would just take a couple little recordings, next to the picnic area, and as I work along there, might 4 or 5 recordings, something like that, just a little short, a minute or two, whatever. And then I'll take those back and I'll listen to them. And if I hear anything even remotely out of place, that's when we decide whether we want to go back and do a full-blown investigation. And a full-blown investigation could be anywhere from, a quick little half an hour session, or if it's, a lot of activity that we get, we'll try to actually get permission to go to the place and, either set up, for a night or something like that, and try to do as much as we can at the location while people isn't there, or we'll just, try to go, when people isn't there as much, try to pick a time of the day where it's kind of like less busy. Sometimes that works too. So, but that's basically what we do with probing. Probing is basically just an area that we go and we test or just throw out a recording or whatever to kind of see what's there. So I hope you've enjoyed this little segment here. We're going to continue as we go along here. We're going to kind of address different questions that we've been asked. Diane is also starting up a couple things on Facebook. So just kind of keep your eye out for that. It's going to be pretty cool. So make sure you check that out. And also check out our Instagram, TikTok, our Facebook, of course, and our website, SoundCloud as well. We have been doing so much work, revamping everything. TikTok and Instagram, anything new that crops up or live or anything like that, we usually go straight to that platform. Facebook as well. And our website, when it gets completed, which Hope is doing one hell of a fantastic job. I cannot thank her enough. It looks great, Hope. Thank you. But this is actually turning out to be a website that I am incredibly proud to have. I wish I would have done this a little bit better years ago, but I'm very happy and fortunate to have everybody around doing it now, because the work everybody's putting in is phenomenal. It's amazing. So the website's coming along really good. Like I said, Alex has started work on SoundCloud. It's probably going to take him a while to sort through all the audio files. Eventually, he's going to try to get some sort of a um, rhyme or reason or playlist type thing. We started doing some of that a while back. It was just very daunting for one person. So he's going to try to make some sense of all that, do some playlists, or just make some sort of an order in general. So just look for that. If you don't know any of our links, either ask us, send us an email, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, something, and we'll definitely point you in the right direction. Everything should be up on our YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know, it's youtube.com/c/EVPS Paranormal. And if you go to it on the mobile platform, you go to the About section, and you should see all of our links there. If you're on a computer, I think it's just on the computer. TV, I don't think you have any links there or whatever. It's the TV is the worst format, I think, for YouTube. But anyway, if you're on a computer, you'll go to our channel, and how we have our banner there, or our little picture for the channel. At the bottom right, you'll see a bunch of links down there. It should have all of our social media, our website, SoundCloud, all that stuff should be up there. So just look for that. And once again, guys, I thank you very much for checking out this video, and we got more to come. This is how we're going to kind of like answer some of the questions, kind of move things along a little bit in that direction. I know a lot of people has a lot of questions about how we do things, why we do things, what equipment we use, that kind of stuff. So any questions you may have, you can post them here. You can send them on an email, evpsparanormal1@gmail.com.